Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to solve Leetcode problem number 1179 and the problem name is Reformat Department Table and the problem difficulty level is easy. So let's read the problem statement. We have given a table department containing the column ID, revenue and month. In SQL, ID and month is the primary key of this table and the table has information about the revenue of each department per month. So the month as values are given like January, February, March until December. So let's read what we need to find. Reformat the table such that there is a department ID column and a revenue column for each month. Basically, we have a 12 months and we need to fetch department ID and we need to reformat this table on basis of the ID column and the revenue column for each month. So let's see the input example. We have a department table that is ID, revenue, and month. So for ID one, revenue is 8,000 and January. Okay, like see in like for ID one there is a revenue 7,000 for February month, and you can see here for ID one in revenue is 6,000 and for March month, right? So we need to reformat this table structure like the on the basis of the month for each month, right? So we will just fetch our ID column and just we will reformat the on basis of the every month for revenue. Okay, so like January revenue is 8,000 for one. Here you can see 8,000 for January for one, and for February is 7,000. So February in 7,000, and March is 6,000. Okay, so here is explanation is also given like the revenue from April to December is null here. So in this table, this is saying like April to December is null. And note that the result table has 13 columns, so including the first is the department ID and 12 months. Okay, so let's see how we will approach this problem. So basically just reformatting this table, we need to use here just we will uh, group by ID, like for every ID what are the revenues for every month. Okay, so just select. So there are multiple cases, like for January, if it is January then we will say it is January revenue. If the month is February then we will say it's a February revenue, so we will select. Okay, so select. First we will select our ID column. Okay, and this then we need to create our revenue on basis of every month. So January revenue, February revenue, March revenue, so like this. So just we will sum our just sum our on the basis of conditions. So case when month is equal to Jan, right? So we have Jan. Okay, so then what will the revenue then? Revenue, just take the value revenue. Okay, and we will just end this, and just we will alias this as Jan revenue. Here it is given Jan revenue. Control C as Jan revenue, and we will group that data, group by that ID column. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm taking here sum. Why I'm taking sum here? Because I am grouping that ID on the basis of ID for each month. We just need to format this table for every ID. Okay, so I'm applying here a sum because for every ID we have a some revenues values for every month. Okay, so I'm taking this is why I'm taking here applying sum. So I can run this and I can show you if this is like giving the ID column and January revenue. Okay, let's run. It is not the full answer because we need to reformat this unknown column ID. Select ID, group by ID, equal to Jan, then revenue. Okay. Unknown column ID. Okay, I made a mistake here. I didn't select the that table name from this table, department table. So this is a silly mistake. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see. So we have a like a ID column and a January revenue. So in January revenue column, so for 1, 2, 3 ID, we have a 8,000, 9,000 and null values. Let's see our output. What is our output? ID column 1, 2, 3 and January revenue is 8,000, 9,000 null values, right? So this is the matching. So we have to here like a reformat for each month. So I'm not going to write for every month. I'll just copy this, you know, for every month. Just I'll then explain. Wait. Okay, like this. Okay. So, whatever the logic is the same for every month. I already explained for January months. So I fetch ID column and then use here from table department and use the group by ID and taking some case when month is equal to Jan, then revenue, and it will end that case statement and aliasing with January revenue. So for February, if month is equal to February, then it will the for February revenue, and like this going on till December. We have calculated this, and now just we will run this query. Some mistake. Okay, it's not comma here, so we will give comma. Yeah, as you can see, our output is expected one. So just let's submit this query. Okay, so all the 17 by 17 test cases are passed, and runtime it took 825 milliseconds. So this is very basic level question. Just we have to reformat this table using this condition. Okay, so I hope you understand the problem with the implementation part, and just thank you guys for today, and I'll meet you in the next video with the next problem. And till that, just keep learning and keep growing.